Hi ladies, and welcome to this tutorial on how to make cotton candy embellishments. To make cotton candy embellishments, you need two things. You need fluff for the cotton, and you need sticks or straws or even a pencil for the base. This is not my idea. There are many tutorials on how to make cotton candy on YouTube. So this fluff comes from Hobby Lobby during Easter. This fluff comes from the Dollar Tree during Halloween. And this fluff is at Hobby Lobby. You can get it in the kids section. It's called Craft Fluff. And this is just yarn from Hobby Lobby, real soft yarn. So today we're going to use this yarn from Hobby Lobby and a stick, and I'm just going to need one little strand of this braid. 3 easy steps in making this embellishment. You need to fluff. Step 1, fluff your cotton candy. So the tutorials on YouTube tell you to get this pet brush from Dollar Tree. And so I was so excited, so I went out and I got it, and it does work. It fluffs it real easily, but these things hurt, and I've caught myself on them many times. So I do not recommend this pet brush. What I recommend is this detangle brush at the Dollar Tree and for little girls' hair. So you just detangle brush. So it does the same thing. It just doesn't hurt. So I would recommend this over the pet brush. So as you can see, I'm just fluffing my cotton candy, getting it ready to put on the stick. So from here, we grab whatever we're going to use for our base, and I've chosen this stick. I'm going to cut it down to size. This is actually a kitchen skewer. Thank you, Brady. My son is recording for me. And then you just start by putting glue on your stick. And rolling the cotton candy on. It's as easy as that. Now that we've got this, the final touches are to add, grab some, I know not very many of you like to use glitter, but I'm a glitter girl, so that is optional if you want to add the glitter. But you do want to take some of just regular old hairspray. I'm going to do this off camera. You just take and spray it to kind of set it. Kind of reminds me of, I just sprayed it. Reminds me of the beehives back in the day when they used hairspray to set their beehives. So there, I just put some, and I'm going to go ahead and add some glitter because I like glitter. That is optional. Some of you I know do not like glitter. Just going to sprinkle just a tad because I like how it looks. So I have my cotton candy embellishment already made. What do you do with it once you have it made? Here are some ideas I have for you. This little guy is a 3x3 card. Now I didn't put it on a stick. I just put a little bit of fluff like this and rolled it and just put it on there. Easy as that. So that's a 3x3 card. Here's one that I did on a pencil. And the process is exactly the same no matter what you decide to do. So you can make them on a straw and make them in different sizes. These are my Halloween embellishments with the Dollar Tree web. Here I've done a mini cotton candy and put it on this flag. Another Halloween. The Halloween fluff comes with these spider rings. I just cut the ring part off and added a jewel to it. So that's what I did there. Then I did a memory dex card. So here's just some more fluff. This memory dex card, I added 2 cotton candies here. And for the base, I just rolled paper. This is just computer paper that I rolled up. Now, I was going for a carousel, but my daughter says it looks more like a crown. So either way, it's still cute. On this one, I've added the cotton candy on this memory dex card as a charm. And there's a tutorial on YouTube on how to turn this little guy into a charm. And that just turned out stinking adorable. So those are what you can do with your mini cotton candy embellishments. So now I would like to show you how to start with layering a memory dex card. So I pulled some of the ephemera and stickers and trim that I want to make a memory dex card with. So I have my mini cotton candy that I've already made. And I've already added a bow to this one. You can add bows to the bottom. When you start with your memory dex card, you want to start with your shape of whatever memory dex card you want. And you cut this out of, this paper is pretty thin, so I prefer to back it onto some chipboard, or I like to recycle. So when you get these paper pads, and this is the paper pad that this paper came out of, when you get these paper pads, they always have this, and this is pretty thick, so I took and cut one out and put it on the back. So that makes it more durable. So the first layer that I like to do, very simple layer, ladies, is to just add, this is stamp pad and a sponge, and just go around the edge and add ink. So if you look at the difference, I've already added my backing on this one, so you can see that this one's flimsy and this one is cardstock. So I've already added my sponge around the side, and if you look, that just adds so much already. So I already have my first layer. Then I go on to choose my embellishments. On this embellishment, I just cut out a ticket. I popped up these stickers from Hobby Lobby, added a little bow, and I received this little bow in one of our swaps. So I added that to it. So I already have 3 layers right here. So I'm going to put that on. That's already my 3 layers. But of course, if you know me and you've gotten any memory dex cards from me, I like chunky memory dex cards. So I'm going to add some trim and some more ephemera and stickers. This little guy I want to be my center, and it is just a sticker that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I put another sticker on top that says Summer Bliss, but I want it to say Summer Fun. So I got this as chipboard, so I'm going to stick that on top of it. So I'm going to start by just adding, I'm going to hot glue this right to my memory dex card. That's my first layer. And I'm going to put this one on the other side to balance it out. Just add some hot glue. It's just a sticker, but it's no longer sticky because I've taken the sticky off. So add that. I want to add this to the bottom, but I'm going to add it next. But I'm going to make sure it doesn't cover up my holes for the memory ducts. I've already added sticky tape to the back of this trim, and this trim is just a piece of scraps that I had, so I wanted to add it. Now I added some sticky tape to the back. A tip to make it easier to place it down is to just add some wet glue, and that makes it gives you a little bit more time, and you can move it a little bit if you don't get it quite straight the first time. Whereas if you didn't add that wet glue, sometimes you cannot pull it up again. Since I added the wet glue, I can pull it up and readjust it if I didn't get it on straight. Just a little extra tip for you. So I'm going to put that right there. So now I have basically 4 layers. Now I want to add this thread, because always if you add some thread, nice ink, but let me close up my ink. I could go ahead, and I like to wrap it around my fingers like this. I could go ahead and put this down right now because that's where I want the layer to be, but if I do that, I'm gonna burn my fingers with the hot glue, or I'm just gonna make a hot mess. So what I like to do is the next layer on top of that is going to be this fun little sticker here. I've already put pop-up dots on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off the little sticker things here, and I'm going to add this thread to the back of this instead, and that way I'm not going to burn my fingers or make a hot mess out of the glue. So now that I have all of those off, again, I'm just going to take this and wind it around my fingers. It makes it so that it's easier to play with. And then I'm going to stick it on to the back of this, allowing me to show that string as another layer, but I'm not messing with the glue and getting it all over. So that's what it looks like on the back. I'm going to add my hot glue to the middle and to some of these just to give it an extra. So now I have my thread. This sticker is see-through, so you can see through it, but if it wasn't, you can just pull it around to where you have it. And now you have the thread back there, and I didn't burn my fingers or make a hot mess out of the glue. So that's an easy way to add thread to your project. So you do that same thing when you are adding it to a rosette. So instead of putting it down first, you would add it to the back of a rosette. So since I already have balloons over here, I'm going to take this adorable little cotton candy and I'm going to cover those balloons by putting this cotton candy right here. Okay, now I'm going to add my fun, because I wanted to say summer fun instead of summer bliss. And I've added some pop-up dots because this is already popped up. If I put it on here, it'd be kind of wonky. So I added pop-up dots to the other side so that it is even. So I'm going to cover the bliss and put the fun right there. Another cute little layer. I could add a bow here, but I think I'm just going to leave it more natural looking for that one. But I am going to add another little cotton candy down here on this corner that already has a bow. And then I have these little stickers that say their ticket on them. I'm going to add those. Now I could stop there, but I also would like to add these little enamel dots that I made. So I made these enamel dots using beads, then I just put them in the oven and melted them down. So you can make hundreds of enamel dots for a lot cheaper if you just melt them down out of beads. So I'm going to take 3 of those and add those. Again, another layer, why not? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add one here, and as I add them, you will see that just a little layer like this adds a little pop. Just adding that just adds a little pop to it. I'm going to add one here. I think they just add so much, just a little extra pop, and one there. So now I've created a memory dex card using my mini cotton candy embellishments. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks so much.